Lithuania, and they with aspirations to get to the latter stages of this competition too.
Well, absolutely. It's been a big transition for the team. Mike Fratello is gone. Pooch Eater is gone, who were both very influential in their sixth-place finish at the World Cup. But they've got a lot of very good players and a lot of size and length inside. They carry 4 centers on the roster. Same with Lithuania, a lot of size on their end. It's going to be the battle of the interior players in this game.
You can hear the reception that this Lithuanian team is getting on its way out. Jonas Mačiulis just went through shock. One of the leaders in this team, the 30-year-old veteran now, currently with Real Madrid in the ACB. Mačiulis represents so much about Lithuanian basketball. The first Olympic Games was in the year that they were back after they were formed. So the year he was born, and he is now the talismanic face, almost, of Lithuanian basketball. We'll now stand for both sets of national anthems, and then we'll be back with you after those.
And now everybody please stand up for national anthem of Ukraine. The national anthem of Lithuania.
The privilege of covering the Eurobasket in Lithuania. That national anthem is sung with so much passion by these fans. That's no wonder it reflects across this team. Here are the 3 officials for this game. Jovic from Serbia, Viator from France, and Herbertson from Iceland. Just to know Iceland in their first Eurobasket in Germany really took Germany close early on today. Here's the team roster for Ukraine, and as you said, Brenda, they are big. Probably, arguably the biggest team in this competition.
Referees for tonight's game: Jovic, Serbia, Viator, France, and Sigurdur Herbertsson, Iceland. Commissioner of tonight's game, Jan Holmin, Sweden.
For Jerome Randall, obviously, it's always the issue trying to integrate into the new group. And he's got a lot of talent inside. Expect him, he really does need to find them. Here's the lineup for Lithuania. And it's got experience all the way across the roster. Robertas Jakulis seems to have been around this team for so many years at 35. And they've just got talent to spare.
They've got talent to spare. It's a little tough for them. Some of their top players are out. Gliza, Montejunis. But of course, Kalnietis is back. He missed the World Cup last year. And Valanciunas, who was fantastic in the World Cup, he's their anchor down low, and he's going to fight against the length and size of Ukraine.
Well, it's always a tough ask for anybody facing the Lithuanian team, because they've got people who can really stretch the floor, which gives their bigs a lot of space to play. It'll be interesting to see how the Ukrainians decide to try and guard this team.
Well, it's difficult. You know, any Lithuanian team, they're going to be physical. They're going to battle you up and down the court, and they're going to be able to shoot. You see the key players here. Valanciunas, we talked about him. He's a force inside, plays for the Toronto Raptors. Had an up and down year this year, but he's looking to break out in a big way in this tournament. And of course, Ukraine, their size, those two are going to match up against.
It's going to be a big, it's going to be two big guys who both can play, both NBA experience. It's going to be a matchup to savor. And Coach Murzin, it's going to be a challenge for him. His first major championship with his senior roster, going up against Jonas Keziauskas, who's got so much experience, currently coaching CSKA Moscow. So, like, it's a tough ask for this Ukrainian team, but in the last Eurobasket and in the World Cup, teams underestimate this Ukraine team at their peril.
Well, exactly. They're difficult to play against because they have the size and the length. So you're going to have to shoot from outside if you want to beat them. And that can go either way. We've seen this Lithuanian team have off days from the perimeter. And Ukraine, they're capable of scoring as well. This is a tough ask, but they've got a good draw here in Group D. Essentially, they have a home game playing against Ukraine, so their fans are behind them. They've traveled the 300 miles here to Riga from the border, Lithuania. It's going to be a fantastic matchup. The crowd is electric.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams coming out onto the floor. Be interesting to see for me how Jerome Randall fits in this Ukrainian team, because they had a lot of stability under Coach Patel for a while. New coach, new personnel. And if they're at the same level, they're going to be a tough, tough team. Chivas coming off of a season where he won the EuroLeague with Real Madrid. Not major minutes on that roster. That roster of Real Madrid is stacked. So Chivas had a role to play coming off that Madrid bench. Now he's going to take a leadership role for Lithuania. Here we go in Eurobasket 2015. Lithuania in the white uniform, Ukraine in the blue. Third game of day one, and we're about to get underway. And the Ukraine and Rana will have the first look, and they're accompanied by everybody in a single voice. A lot of hopes, a lot of boos. We're going to go inside, little mishandle, we still got it. Jump hook to the inside is no good. Valanciunas cleans the boards. And Konienko just couldn't get it to drop.
Valanciunas, a big-time rebounder, 8.5 in the World Cup last year. And, of course, he can score inside.
The jump hook is no good. Valanciunas a little rushed on that one. Here's Jerome Randall. Again, inside touch. Konienko going baseline this time. Kicks it out. Inside, outside play. The three was rushed. The three was rushed because the closeout is quick.
Closeout is quick, and that's their identity. Any Lithuanian team, they're going to play physical, and they're going to play intense defense, 40 minutes. They're going to bring guys in and waves. Ukraine's got to be ready for that because they're essentially playing against 6 guys with this crowd.
Yeah. Kalinitis will advance it. Sabuda smooths it up. Open mid-range 2 is off. Good open look early. Yankunas couldn't get it to drop. Here comes Randell again.
But watch out for Randall. He's electric when he can get going, especially in one-on-one situations.
Oh, Konienko, the third time of asking, opens the counties. 3 offensive sets, and Enko gets the 2 on that one.
And we said it before, that's going to be the matchup to watch. Those two are going to want to go at each other. They're the focal points of both offenses.
Oh, nice high-low. The pass was a little slow. And that's how Yankunas couldn't get it away quickly, but the high-low was very effective.
And that's Besenko. He's got to be closer up on the high post on Valanciunas. He's got to distract that pass from the high post, not make it so easy.
Oh, Konienko picks up a quick 2 fouls. Yankunas will settle the nerves of around 10,000 Lithuanians. Oh, he goes 2 for 2. And because of the 2 foul situation, Konienko's going to have to sit. Stanislav Timofeyenko joins the game.
Now watch here, Lithuania trying to full court press. I don't think they're going to stay in it. They're just going to move back to man. They just want to give Ukraine something to think about.
It's Randall away from the ball, and the Ukraine into the half court. Timofeyenko. They're all over Randall, just face guarding. Long 3 is short. And they just about hunt it down, but Lithuania had a chance to run. Sabonis goes up, gets the 2.
Beautiful finish. Used his body to create separation. Took his time, great body control, and got the 2 points.
Sabonis must love this lineup. Gives him a chance to run and score. Little spin to the middle. Tough shot. The defense was really right on it. And Besenko couldn't get the 2 to drop. Chulis on the inside. Has to use his body. A lot of dribbles. They play him one-on-one. Tough little fadeaway is no good.
Good defense, but Ukraine, they've got to have a little more imagination offensively. It's 1-2 passes and they're going one-on-one.
Randell goes inside. Nice pass, but they weren't waiting. It's almost as though the pass was a surprise for Besenko. And a foul on the loose ball.
Besenko points at his chest and says, that's my fault, I've got to catch that. And it is right there. He's got to leap up, grab it out of the air, and lay it in for 2 points. But Lithuania always rotating, always near the ball. So quick defensively.
Kobe picks up foul number 1. Yankunas moves it on. Kanitas thought about the 3. Machunas gets it on the inside. He's fouled. And their execution is just a different level. Great cut, great body position. Created a lane and just got the ball where he needed it.
Absolutely. And Ukraine, they've got to step it up a little bit. They've got to meet the Lithuanian level of intensity. And it's difficult in the first few minutes with the crowd behind Lithuania. But the key here is not to get in too much foul trouble. You've already seen Lipovich on the bench.
Kanitas comes off the high screen, gets to the foul line, has it knocked away. Randell's quick, has a chance to run, and Kanitas fouls on the loose ball.
And he's your X factor. Randall's got the speed and the quickness that Lithuania don't have. He can cause a lot of problems defensively. And here you see with a quick steal and quickly going the other way. He can really pick up the tempo in a way that's going to keep Lithuania on their toes.
Shula will inbound the basketball for the Ukraine. Randell gets it off the low screen, takes the ball screen, stops, pops it. That's a little short, came out a little late, but chance for Lithuania in transition again. Inside, outside, Yankunas is short. And the ball will still belong to Lithuania because Valanciunas is just so active on the glass.
And that's a nice play. You like that. Yankunas, he can knock that out from outside. He's essentially a stretch 4. which creates a lot of space.
Well, Sabonis blows the lab, but Valanciunas cleans up on the glass, gets the two.
You don't realize how long his arms are until he reaches up there for those offensive rebounds.
He is just a great specimen to play this game. Randall comes back to collect, gets the ball screen, didn't use it, comes back. Oh, it creates so much space for himself. That's sweet.
Beautiful move. Reminds you a little bit of Earl Boykin, who used to play in the NBA. Could always find space, even though he was well under 5'7" or 8.
Sabonis. The quick shot off the dribble. Randall at speed. And he gets it into the half court. Mashula moves it on. They go inside again. Pashenko going up. Looks nice pass. Found a nice angle. Beautiful little layout pass. And Timofeyenko just gets the two. And
looked like Pashenko got himself caught in the air. Didn't know what to do with it. But luckily, there was somebody in the right place at the right time.
Well, Valanciunas loses a little balance. Some Ukraine have numbers here. 4-on-3 break. Randall just floats one. Doesn't get it to drop. A little indecision, perhaps. And Giannitas says, we've run up and down far too many times. Let's get our shot we want. Tries to turn the corner, wraps it. Judas for three. It's good.
What an incredible pass. You're going right, falling away. You find a man on the opposite wing and hit him with a perfect pass in his chest, in rhythm to knock down the three-pointer.
Judas stroked it beautifully. 9-6, Lithuania have the lead. Timofeyenko will move it on. Tries to spot up. He's got a mismatch down there with Sabonis. Doesn't use it. And the shooter somehow manufactures a shot. He gets the drop.
Good move, and he's screaming for a foul, and I got to say, I agree with him.
Yeah. First 2 points for Alexandra Mashula. Giannitas fires the three and doesn't trouble anything.
Giannitas, one of the great Lithuania players of the last 7 or 8 years or so, but he really struggled with injuries last year. Only played about 12 games for his club team, didn't play last summer. I'd say he's still a little rusty. And you can say Lekavicius come on for him already.
Mashula into the half court. Zaitsev is checked in for Pashenko. Randall shakes a move, gets a little contact. Mashula into space. Well, you end up with a tough shot, little turnaround off. Not a lot. Valanciunas boxes out, and Sabonis will get credited with a defensive board.
That's what Lithuania does. They force you into tough rush shots. Ukraine's got to have a little more poise and a little more patience on the offensive end.
Valanciunas trying to create the space, goes up, tough shot. That's a good stand by Zaitsev. They called a foul off the ball, not on Zaitsev. I think they called a foul on Timofeyenko.
And you called it. The size and height of Ukraine is going to push Valanciunas 2 or 3 feet further away from the hoop than he's used to, and he's got to make tougher shots.
Well, Zaitsev did a great job holding the space. Kunis gets the first of the free throws. And Kunis was very, very solid for Zalgiris in the EuroLeague. He goes 1 for 2. And Valanciunas, I think Zaitsev was just expecting a shot to be made and didn't even attempt to box him out. That's just a mental lapse. Valanciunas goes on to 4 points. That's another mental breakdown. Oh, the wide open mid-range shot is good for Yankunas. And the Ukraine do not want to see any momentum building like that. They take the timeout. They trail 14-8 in the first quarter, and Lithuania is starting to impose themselves. But I was looking at, obviously the Ukraine didn't have to go through qualification last year because they were expecting to host the competition. So they haven't played anything competitive since the World Cup at all. So this team is like, with a new coach, hasn't really had any competitive experience. In the last few plays, they just broke down concentration-wise.
Well, yes, they did, but of course, a lot of that is due to the defense of Lithuania. That's what they do to you. They're physical, they bang you, they push you around, they close out so hard. They can bring guys in waves. Ukraine, they've got to adjust to that pace.
Well, after the timeout, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, 14-8 lead. They need a good shot coming out the timeout. Mashula puts it on the floor, looks to the baseline, no space. Randall, he can create. No, he went to go to pass when he possibly could have put the shot up.
But that's a good offensive series.
Yeah.
You move the ball around, you got a pick and roll, you got a lot of movement, you put Lithuania on their heels. That's something Ukraine's got to do a lot more of. And now you see Ukraine, they're going to the twin tower format with Vesyenko and Zaitsev.
Yeah. Sizov goes pick and pick again, gets it on the out of bounds. Mid-range jump shot is off. And there is some size around that ring, and Valanciunas still takes care of business on the glass. Valanciunas going to work down low. Little shake, goes with the right hand. Tough move.
Tough move. He's worked so hard on his offensive arsenal. He used to just be a garbage guy, get a lot of rebounds and get putbacks, but he's got a great offensive weapon in that right hand baby hook.
Quick, got very big, did a nice, really quality job. Little full court pressure, trying to get the ball out of Rendell's hands. Oh, they give it straight back to him. He's going right at it. Nice pass, and Freshenko's just got all the size to absorb all the contact. He gets the two.
And it's nice to switch it up a little bit if you're Lithuania, but all you do is give Ukraine a chance to score in the break. They're struggling to score in the half-court set.
Two is no good. Chance for Rendell. When he has the ball, well, you've always got to be ready. Always switched on because everything is quick. That's it. Goes up. They're going to call down a travel. Zaitsev just went a little quick for himself almost.
But you like that. Go at Valanciunas a little bit, force him to play defense and move his feet.
It's a new role for Robertas Yaptakis for so long, the starting big. Now he can use all that experience coming off the bench to back up one of the talents of European basketball. Yaptakis outside, he's not going to shoot that. They go inside with a floater, it's good for two, and then Lavicius knocks it down, little left hand floater.
He's been a huge boost off the bench. You see him going left here, little fake, and a gorgeous teardrop.
And will move it on. Freshenko wants a touch. Now he should have got it. And then Rendell mid-court foul, as you'd expect, as Lavicius was at the races.
Ukraine, you just got to keep it close in the first quarter. The Lithuanian team, they're going to wear down a little bit. You're going to find your rhythm. You just can't make silly turnovers like that.
And they haven't had many problems actually getting the ball into Freshenko when he's posted up.
Right.
So they don't have to rush, do they?
No, they don't have to rush. And the few times where they've moved the ball around the perimeter and got it inside, or used the pick and roll, they've got good shots. They just sometimes force it a little bit too much, a little too one-on-one.
Well, both are good.
Team Ukraine number 7, Team Lithuania number 19.
Lukashov joins the action as Rendell sits down. And Kuzminskas joins the action. Kuzminskas had his year, has been very, very effective in a very good team in Malaga.
First personal foul. Team Lithuania 13 foul.
13 foul on Lithuania.
see is Randall out of the game and Lukashov is in. It'll be interesting to see how Ukraine will change their attack.
Well, Zaitsev fires up the three. That's off. Chulis comes down with a rebound. When he boxes you out, you stay boxed out. Vicious will get it into the half court. Lagnis moves it on. Inside touch. Well, they look to Yatskas cutting down the middle. Could not make the pass. Quick hands. He's off in the game too for the Ukraine. So, as you'd expect, with this number of games in such a small number of days, both teams will use their bench.
And we saw it in the last game. That's the key as we get into the fourth quarter. Which one of these bench players is going to step up and makes the big shots?
Kuzmiskas is blocked. He covers the ball, he's got to put it up. As it knocks away, there's a 24 violation.
Great defense. And you see how the height affects Lithuania down low. They're going to have to pull up and take those short jumpers, those 15-footers, 12-footers. When you're trying to go inside against these twin towers, it's going to be tough.
So 37 seconds. Lithuania still have a foul to give. Almost a turnover as Lukashov was put under intense pressure.
I tell you, Lekavicius has really made a difference in this first quarter.
Yeah, really.
Come on.
Inside touch. Lukashenko trying to go to work. Gets deep. Nice footwork. That's a move. That's a big man move.
That's beautiful. You see him with the spin move. He took his time. He didn't go up straight away. Got his feet settled. And then the dunk. And that's what made him such a big prospect earlier in his career. Played 3 seasons with the Jazz.
Yeah.
He's still got the great footwork.
Last 8 seconds of the first quarter. 7-point margin. Nice touch pass. They have to get the three away quickly. That hits nothing, and that'll do it for quarter one. And Lithuania started brightly, started strongly, built the early lead. They lead it now 19-12, and Ukraine have hung around. They'll work their way right back into this. End of the first quarter, Lithuania have the 19-12 lead. We're just going to get a look at the stats right now.
Big shirts and big t-shirts. So the goal is they have to.
So Ukraine still shooting 50%, doing a better job, but they've just turned it over a little bit and given up too many boards.
Well, 5 offensive rebounds for Lithuania. That's really been the difference here. And of course, 4 turnovers for Ukraine. I think they can be pretty pleased so far with the first quarter, though. There was a point where it looked like they were really struggling to figure out the Lithuanian defense, but they found their rhythm. They started to use more passes, get it inside. And I think they can feel like they can start to make a run here in the second quarter and get back in this game.
But if they can keep it close, they've definitely got the size. They've definitely got those, Frasenko in particular can take care of things on the inside. It's like you said before, it's just patience, isn't it? Move the ball, try and get better options, and don't get rushed into taking shots that you don't need to take.
Exactly, and stay out of foul trouble. I think that's key as well. Lepovi has 2 fouls early on. That could be vital. And Valanciunas, you gotta neutralize him the best you can. 6 points, 4 rebounds in the first quarter for Lithuania. That doesn't bode well if he continues that for the rest of the game.
Here we go, start of the second quarter. And Lithuania with the 19-12 advantage. Letting the clock run down to reset. And Kuzminskas will inbound the basketball. Kalnidas is back. Kalnidas can find some rhythm. Could be a huge factor if Lithuania go deep in this competition. But as you said, Lekavicius was great off the bench in that first quarter.
Well, exactly. What a luxury to have when you can put Kalnidas on the bench. And it's going to take Kalnietis maybe 2 or 3 games to kind of find his rhythm again. He's been out for a long time.
Well, Yankunis on the turnaround is no good. And Frashenko comes down with a defensive rebound. And Lukashov's done a nice job coming into the game here. It's different look, different feel to this Ukraine team when they don't have Rendell in the game, but maybe they move the ball through the air a little more. Frashenko going at work. And that's great hands, though, by Kuzminskas. Just helped across, got a piece, and just nullified anything that Frashenko was trying to do.
But you said it, with Lukashov in the game, the ball moves a little better. Here you say Frashenko's trying to do a little bit too much down low. Lithuania bring the double team, but I think Ukraine, they've got to move the ball from side to side. Keep Lithuania moving, and then get it down low into their post players.
Sabudas checks back in, he gets a touch, backs it out, tries to create some space. Yaptikus will set a big screen, Sabudas penetrates. And Kunis thought about it, got away with a travel, but we got a whistle on the play. And the foul's called on Zizov, who picks up at least foul number 2. Both of those in the first minute of this second quarter.
Again, Ukraine, they've got to be careful of foul trouble. They don't quite have the depth that Lithuania has.
Sabudas stepped through, tough shot. Had an easier one that he passed up. And the Ukraine in transition. Zaitsev. Well, they're going to call it offensive. Zaitsev looks a little perplexed, but when we have a look at it, wow. Kunis is still in stance, but not sure if he was in a straight line. And Coach Kiziauskas looks a little unhappy with what he's seeing down the offensive end.
Yeah, I would say so. You know, this game so far in the second quarter is kind of ground down to a standstill. Nobody's really willing to take their man on one-on-one or get out in transition so far. There you see the field goals. Lithuania 7 for 21, only 33%. But they're up 7 points because Ukraine has also been poor on the offensive end.
They've just done a really nice job on the glass. Valanciunas has picked up a couple of offensive rebounds. And again, Ukraine, 6 turnovers. Just can't afford that many opportunities against the team of the quality of Lithuania.
Yeah, Lithuania, they'll grind you down. They don't turn the ball over much. They offensive rebound, they block shots. They do all the little things that don't pop out at you. But by the fourth quarter, you'll realize how much it's made a difference in the game.
Well, let's see if there's a change in this Lithuanian offense. Coach Keziauskas wasn't happy at all. It's Kalnietis, he'll bring it into the half court. Yankunis gives Yaptikus a touch outside the 3. No one's going to guard that. Kalnietis gets it going though. He knocks it down for 3. And you cannot leave him that much time and space.
And you can't. Watch out if he gets going, because he can shoot it, he can take it to the hole. He's a great passer. He's a matchup nightmare for the Ukraine.
Ashula puts it on the floor, pulls up himself for 3, is long. And that's tough. On the dribble, off balance, going sideways. And Kalnietis will bring it for Lithuania.
And I like the double team down low here for Ukraine.
Kuzminskas trying to really force one up, gets a second chance. He's fouled on the way back up. Kuzminskas is like looking for stuff. He was looking to force the issue. He's 1-on-2 against some genuine size. Frashenko can't control it, but he takes it up strong going back.
You know, and that's a grade school error. Coaches tell you, don't save it underneath your own basket because it's usually not going to end up good for you. And of course, Randall, he's back in the game now. He's going to play alongside Lukashov. Maybe play off the ball a little bit, get him going, coming off some screens. See if this offensive Ukraine can be kick-started a little bit.
Oh, the reaction you heard while Kuzminskas was just lining up to take a free throw, was the appearance of Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis in a Lithuanian uniform is something that these fans have come to see. Currently at Gonzaga in the States, but it's just all the history of the Sabonis name. Must be so much pressure on him.
Well, of course, a lot of you hear the crowd reaction. They expect a lot from him.
All right, look down now to Frazenko again, and this time Valanciunas picks up the foul. And Frazenko's a tough ask, good for anyone, even Valanciunas.
I gotta say, he's a big guy. He's in fantastic shape. He's played most of the game already, and he's still going on Valanciunas. And Ukraine, they need to do that. You need to get Valanciunas in foul trouble, attack him down low in one-on-one situations.
Sees-off, attacks it, little run-up for two, doesn't get it to drop. And Valanciunas is just a man inside on the glass, pulls another rebound. Lithuania a chance to build on this 11-point lead. Valanciunas thought about it, not for very long, gives it up. Sabonis stops, pops it, doesn't get a piece of anything. That's a rebound on the defensive end by Kornienko.
Well, Ukraine's played fantastic defense so far in this game. It's very difficult for Lithuania to find open looks.
Randall has it, backs out. Decides to settle for the three, count it.
Great shot. He's that X factor that can create his own shot when everything else breaks down. He was once the Pac-10 Player of the Year at Cal Berkeley.
Sabonis moves it on. Kuzminskas just gets it back to him. Valanciunas will screen. He'll look to dive. And Sabonis.
We've seen Sabonis do that before. He'll stop and pop right on the edge of the screen and force the defender to run into him and draws that foul over and over.
Luka Sharp's first foul. Sabonis on the free throw line. Sabonis will make that unusual move for a Lithuanian player from Ritas to Zalgiris. Just been a very, very solid player for his whole career. He goes 2 for 2 from the line. He's back to an 11-point lead. Milakis comes into the game. Arturas Milakis. Milakis had a great season with Neptunus. He also has joined Zalgiris. Oh, tough shot off the dribble. It's good. Nice move.
That's important. Zaitsev showing he could do a little bit from the outside, posting up one dribble pull-up at 6'11".
Yeah,
not bad at all.
Absolutely. Pretty smooth. Sabonis thinks about it, puts it on the floor. Probably had the shot, gave it up. Kuzminskas goes inside, floats one. Doesn't get it, but Sabonis does. Goes back up, tries to find some space, can't get an angle. And the ball belongs to Lithuania.
Sabonis looks a little nervous so far.
Yeah.
Not very decisive in his movements. He had a shot 2 times that he passed up. And then you see it looks like it might have been off Sabonis.
Leonidas gets the reposition on the screen. And the three is long, but that's a whole season for Milakis. That's all he did all year. And he normally makes a great percentage. Leonidas on the pull-up is no good. Defensive rebound this time, and Randall has it in the open floor. Watch out. Oh, blocked by Leonidas.
What a block. They say trying to go all the way to the hole, but when you're only 5'8", it's gonna be tough down there.
9-point lead. Ukraine are hanging around here really well. As this game progresses, they're going to get more and more confident.
Well, there's two ways to look at it. Or Lithuania is going to start to hit their shots.
Good chase down. You get a new 14. Tough move to the far side of the
course.
ring. Oh!
And there you see the skill from Lukashov. He can do that. He can take it to the rim and finish. He can shoot it from outside. Him and Randall together in the backcourt. I like that look.
Yeah,
that puts more pressure on the Lithuanian guards to defend.
Well, Lukashov did well when he had to handle the ball. Now he's looking very confident. Valanciunas, little fumble. Gets his own rebound though. Ball's ripped away from him. Zaitsev did a nice job again.
You don't see players rip the ball away from Valanciunas very often. Zaitsev is a beast down low.
Zaitsev going all the way. Beautiful pass. Starting with his defense, ran the floor, and Randall that I've got to give it you back.
That's beautiful. You've got so many skilled big men on this Ukrainian team.
Oh, a little floater is gone. It's no good. Valanciunas can't get it. And Randall in the open floor again. Stops, pops the foul line, jump shot, gets the roll. And the Ukraine have had a great little spell there. Close it to 5. And that defensive intensity, the length, the size, and Randall's speed at the point is a really nice combination. I think the problem for Coach Kaziauskas again is he tried to change it, but now they're back where they were when they're taking some bad shots and the Ukraine got a chance to run.
Well, exactly. I think what changed the game so far was inserting Lukashov and Randall together. Two ball handlers that can play with the big man. And of course, Ukraine, they have an unlimited amount of big men they can bring in off the bench when Pasenko gets tired. You bring in Zaitsev, you got Lepovi. Eventually, you're going to start to wear down these Lithuanian big men.
I'd say if Lithuania don't hit from the perimeter, it becomes a very difficult game for them because, as you said, there's so much size in there, though, for the Ukraine that you're not going to know the joy going in there too often.
No, you're not. But like I said earlier, they've got to learn to pull up. Lithuania does from 12, 15 feet and not try and take it inside every time. I mean, even Valanciunas, if he doesn't have the open look, kick it out. Yeah. Use your shooters. They're bringing sometimes 2 guys at them. Use your shooters. Kamietis is there. Sabutis is there.
Oh, Ukraine up the floor out of the timeout. Just not that intense. It's just showing a different look. And Legabishis is back in the game. Chulis is back in, so Kaziauskas looking for some different options. Yankunas gets it back. The three's gone from the corner, way, way off.
And that was a rush shot. You didn't need that shot. You were moving the ball around. They ran a flex action on that play. Keep the ball up top and keep moving it.
Lipovi moves it on. Randall gets a high screen, looks to attack it, gets into space, has it knocked away by Machulis. Legabishis will advance the basketball. Nervous Lithuanian fans in this gym at the moment. Ukraine cut it to a 3-point margin. Vicious steps back, thinks about the 3, moves it on. Vicious deep on the shot clock now, 5 seconds. Pulls up for the long 2, doesn't get the roll. And again, a great team effort on the glass. The Ukraine come up with it again.
Good, smart basketball. Kick it out to the point guard, run your set.
Randall finds Zaitsev, who's been a revelation. Great mobility. Oh, nice pass. The patience is there. Easy 2 for Konienko.
And you see the confidence growing for the Ukraine team. Even though they're still down by 1 point, they feel like they're winning this game by 10 points.
And Lithuania looking a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. Machulis goes to work. As it knocks away, we have a whistle. Sabutis is back. Kalninas is back. Kaziauskas knows he's got to somehow get more rhythm back into his offense. He goes back to his experience. Kalninas was only out for less than a minute after that timeout. Yankunas will moving on, Saboudis. Oh, Maciulis, that's a great hold, but the pass was mishandled. And Maciulis is going to be charged with a personal. Great execution, they just couldn't handle the pass. He's wide open, and it just goes through his hands. And then, as you so often see, the foul on the loose ball.
Good help defense there by
Yeah.
Remember for Lithuania, they're missing on Junis is out, Clyde is out, Krinovic is out, Koshi is out, so they're a little short-handed. They still got a ton of talent.
Yep. Lipovi has it at the point. Randell comes up the screen and curls, doesn't see the ball. Nari gets it. Zenko going to work down low, goes inside, tough move with the left hand. Ukraine take the 1-point lead.
We've seen a full arsenal of moves from him in this first half. That's a beautiful move to create space and hit the left-hand baby hook.
Oh, they wrap it to go inside. Valanciunas going to work. And he's just forced a little bit further out, and then he's blocked, and Frashenko gets a blow to the head for his trouble.
You like the aggressivity of Valanciunas, no question. He can attack these big guys, get them in foul trouble. I do wonder sometimes if he can take a little bit more time, have some guys cut off of him, create maybe some space for the shooters before he attacks the rim.
On the free throw line. Ties it at 26. 7-7 already. We're not even at the half. And he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Lithuania lead restored. Just over a minute and a half in the half. And Lipovi's done a nice job when he's had the ball. Takes the tough shot off the glass. Zenko can't get it. Lithuania look long. And Maciulis throws it around. Timeout for Ukraine. And Saboudis tries to orchestrate the crowd. There's the tough shot. And there's no Lithuanian on the boards. There's no Lithuanian going back. Maciulis just flushes it for 2. Timeout, Ukraine. Probably the first time in the last 3 or 4 minutes that Ukraine have taken a bad shot. Lipovi off balance, going nowhere.
Well, that's what they were doing early in the game. But you see, you have to be very disciplined if you're playing Lithuania, especially in this environment. It doesn't take much to ignite this crowd. One bad shot, you go ahead for a dunk, and all of a sudden you got 8,000 people jumping up and down. And it's just a 3-point game. So discipline is the key for Ukraine.
Well, this arena here in Riga is rocking with the dancers. There's about 10,000 people joining in. And that's the sort of passion that this crowd bring to Eurobasket. And they are going to lift this Lithuanian team. Yaptikas back in the game. Valanciunas sitting down. But apart from that, it's the 4 starters plus Yaptikas. Yaptikas just out there now to rebound, play a lot of defense. Full court pressure coming out of the timeout for Lithuania. Trying to keep Randell away from the basketball. Well, Lipovi handles it, now he finds Randell. Oh, Randell just breaks the defense down, ball's knocked away. And it will still belong to the Ukraine. Kostavanov was licking his lips in the corner, had a wide open look, just knocked away. 9 seconds on the possession. Well, he couldn't get it in. Who's coming up with that? It's going to be held, is it? Lithuania come up with it. And Kalnitis will slow it down. They want the shot they want. They're not going to get rushed now. Then Kunis. Zenko can just fill the middle. Yavtikas is not going to be a threat outside. Kalninas, put up two, is long. Yavtikas just wants it more than anybody else. Gets the putback.
And that's been the killer so far for Ukraine. That's the 12th offensive rebound. 12 for Lithuania. That's an astonishing number.
12 offensive rebounds. They only lead by 5. Randell with a 3. Doesn't get it to drop. And there's a loose ball foul, and the Lithuanians will walk the floor for 2.
We've seen 3 straight possessions with either a bad shot or a turnover. After Ukraine was playing so well for a long stretch, and then you get into foul trouble. Zaitsev now has a second. I mean, you've got to stay disciplined for the 40 minutes. Once it starts to break down, it begins to get worse and worse and worse.
Well, Mashula's back in the game. It's also starting to go a little bit the wrong way for the Ukraine once Lukashov sat down as well. Without Lukashov in the game, Randell and that combination in the backcourt, they haven't been able to be as effective.
I agree. He's a calming influence. He doesn't force shots. He moves the ball around. And without him, it's a lot of one-on-one, a lot of forced shots. Vesenko hasn't seen the ball again after the great left-hand baby hook shot about 2 minutes ago.
Liboldi sits down and he's been guilty of a couple of poor decisions. And you always get punished for your poor decisions against this Lithuanian team. Here is Mashula. Randell's going to come off a Vesenko screen, which is quite a target. And the shooter goes out of bounds, and too much dribble, not enough ball movement. Kalninas comes back straight away.
Coach Murzin from Ukraine has to be scratching his head and saying, where did we go wrong? We were up by a point about 3 minutes ago, and Lithuania has gone on essentially an 8-0 run here.
Well, last possession, Kalninas, 5 seconds, and Randell's just trying to slow him up, which he does very successfully. Kalninas tries to float one, doesn't get the drop. Oh, that'll make it half-time. Just get the confirmation of the score. Lithuania really owned the last 2 minutes of that second quarter, and they'll lead it 33-26 at the half. There's the confirmation, 33-26. All about the last 2 minutes for Lithuania. They'll go into the locker room with a 7-point lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beko, the presenting partner of Eurobasket 2000.
Oh, there's the stats for 0 for 5 for the three-point line. They're 57% on the inside.
You wonder why they don't get the ball a little bit more. They're forcing wild runners here at the end of the game. The rebounds, astonishing. 12 offensive rebounds in 1.5. It's a mind-blowing stat because Lithuania only shot 27% in the first half.
And you know, if you're thinking about that, you're sitting in the locker room, they ain't going to shoot 27% again. But you've given the chance to retain the leadership just by not rebounding the basketball.
Exactly, and you're talking about a Ukraine team with a front line that boasts 7-footers, 6'11", 6'10", and you're still giving up 12 offensive rebounds. I mean, I don't know if that shows you that Ukraine isn't working hard enough, or just the Lithuanian team is all over the court.
It's some highlights of this first half where there's too many situations for the Ukraine where they just gave easy looks or putbacks to Lithuania, because Lithuania didn't play well offensively.
They didn't play very well at all. Valanciunas got going early a little bit. He had 8 points in the first half, 7 rebounds, but Kalnietis didn't do much. He only had 3 points. There's not much production otherwise. Ukraine got into a nice groove for a while. They just couldn't maintain it. You got to be so smart against this Lithuanian team, because they do all the little things that are going to help them win a basketball game.
Oh, and there's one of the examples there, just miscommunication. And then they just do a very good job in transition at getting a shot they want.
I think if you're coach of Ukraine team, Coach Murzin, you've got to think long and hard about putting that Lukashov into the lineup to start the third quarter. Right. When he was on the court, things really changed for Ukraine. They settled down. There was more of a flow to the way they played. They got the ball inside, especially with him and Randall on the court together, because this frees Randall up. Randall wants to score. He wants to create. He doesn't really want to swing the ball around and then get it inside.
That was definitely, I would 100%. That Lucas Shaw-Randall combination really made the whole game shape and change. But we'll just leave you with the remainder of these highlights. We'll be back in around 10 minutes or so to see if the Ukraine can just close that gap again and try and upset the overwhelming favorites for this first game for both teams. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes for the second half.
As the keys up, no matter what comes your way. Keep a fresh and cool head. Fresh throughout the day, get free for life. Head and shoulders, live head first.
Wow, welcome back inside the Riga Arena. Got a shot there of Jerome Randell. And his combination with Denis Lukashov in the first half. Really did get the rhythm going for the Ukraine. And I know when we were talking at the end of the first half, that combination could be a key. Yeah, that's the, and you've got to accept your role, haven't you? There are times early in the offense there you don't want people taking those shots unless they are one of the big guys or if they are Randell. You've just got to stay with this. You've got to stay with the program. Yeah.
We have one thing in our plan. So in the last game, Latvians made a record like 2 hours before, and a sound and a volume what you can make. And
there's a face of a very, very familiar man, and there's his son. And as good as, however good Domantas Sabonis becomes, and he will be a hell of a basketball player. Could he ever be at the same level as one of the legends of the game? No, but no. And there's not many people who can. So the Ukraine will get us underway at the start of the third quarter. And with the right patience, they have a real shot at this one. Here's Randell, staggered screens to release Shabonov. Goes inside, Frashenko. Steps back, right hand off the glass. Oh! Yeah, absolutely. Valanciunas go on baseline, tries to get a little space. He goes straight back at Frashenko. I don't think either of them can just play each other one-on-one. Either coach is going to have to come up with a way of getting the ball out of their hands. Here's Randell, gets the ball screen. Has a look, doesn't have a pass, now gets one. Yeah, Randell should go at Yankunas, and they just run out of time. Randell could have got himself a shot with the Yankunas matchup. Kauninas. Sabonis moves it on. Valanciunas thinks and takes the two. If he starts adding that to his armory, he'll be a hell of an asset. Randell gets it. You'd like to see him attack it right now, but well, they hit the open look, but not really from the guy that wants to take it. Should be an easy two, and is. Sabonis gets another shot. Wide open on the break. He just releases so quickly. He's already gone. Randell. Shenko in the lane, kicks it. Wide open look. Oh, Frashenko on the glass. Could have come straight back down and gone straight back up, but decided to go pretty and misses the putback. Not a great start here by the Ukraine. He wrapped it around. Yankunas goes down low. Valanciunas, baseline, turnaround, jump shot is off. And if you're going to give him a shot, that's what you want to give him. Yep. Lithuania out of bounds. Valanciunas will move it on. Sabonis finds Kauninas back at the point. 9 on the shot clock. They wrap around. Yankunas for three. Can it? Wide open. And Yankunas knocks it down.
He's so dangerous playing that 4 spot because he can step out and hit the 3. Forces the defense to come out there.
Oh, Randell can't stop the bleeding at all. Comes up short. And Lithuania turning the screw a little tighter. Early in the third quarter, they lead this 40-28. Maciulis on the quick release, doesn't get it to drop. Chance here for Randell in transition. Oh, nice little move. Wraps it. Well, they're asking for the extra pass to the corner. They don't need it. They take the long two, though. Bonov just towed the line.
You like the push by Randell. Get it out, go, get an open shot before Lithuania can settle down into their rigid defense.
Well, they find Valanciunas who puts it on the floor. Doesn't get the drop. Yankunas haven't made the three, is on the offensive glass. He can't get it. Randell pushes. And the Ukraine will take a look. Pashenko could have got a touch early. They take a poor shot. And Pashenko's on the glass. He gets the two.
There it is. You play good defense on one end. You can push the ball on the other end. All of a sudden, you've got a little bit of rhythm offensively.
Well, they look like they've responded a little better right now.
If you get into a half-court battle with Lithuania, you're never going to win that.
And Yankunas off the glass gets the roll for two. And Yankunas giving you the demo of a full range of skill. Shoots the three, gets offensive rebounds, and can put it on the floor.
You let him go left, he's very, very dangerous.
Randell steps into the foul line, looks to create a little space, needs a pass, finds one. Shabonov goes up, nice pass down there. And they get the two, and they share it really well. And Gordienko gets the drop.
Well, offensively, Ukraine's starting to find a little bit of rhythm. Randell's getting into the key, kicking out, creating stuff. They're moving the ball around. Now they've just got to stop Lithuania in the defensive end.
Well, Yankunas doesn't get the mid-range. And a chance to cut this to 6 or even 5. Randell puts it on the floor. Breaks a little space. Right hand off the glass. Oh, Pashenko can't get the drop this time. And Randell will not be happy with himself. He's expecting to make that shot.
Well, he's got to make that shot. He did so well to get to the hoop. All he had to do was put it in. He could have cut the lead to 6. But nevertheless, very encouraging signs from the Ukraine as Pashenko leaves the ball game.
Kalnitis will get it into the half court for Lithuania. Well, they try and find Sabutis on a flare, but goes again, goes strong, gets to the middle, needs a pass. And Yapskas can't handle that. And the Ukraine come down with it. Randell pushes, open three on the end of the break, is short. And Lithuania have a chance to run the other way. Kuzminskas, nice pass. And Maciulis, who just really danced them down the floor really well. It was the option for the great pass. They went for two good ones.
And Maciulis moved so well without the ball, finding the open spot behind the defense.
Well, Kuzminskas was unlucky there. Really excellent work in the passing lane. Just can't control it. Shula will inbound. Lithuania try and keep it out of Randell's hands, but he's only got 10 on the shot clock though. Down to 4, this has got to go up, sits through, quick release from Shula. Got it!
Big time shot from Mishula.
Well, he had the side of the possession before and just knocked it down, 7-point game. And the Ukrainian team have a feel about them that this has upset written all over it. Kalnitis. You're gonna have to hand off. The defense is all in the lanes. Yapchkus bounces it down low. Maciulis, tough move. When he's that deep, he's just got great touch.
Tough play, and you said a great touch down there. He just turned around with a right hand baby hook and threw it in. And it was a much needed shot because Ukraine is just growing in confidence. They're still down 9, but they feel like they've got this Lithuanian team figured out, at least on the offensive end.
Just got to keep making good decisions. Just got to keep getting shots they want. They're not going to guard Kustobi out there. Oh, poor decision. The shooter just throws it away. like this will get it back to Kalnitis. He doesn't like what he saw, so Lithuania in the half court. Kalnitis attacks it, goes with the left hand, doesn't get the drop, and Javčikas can't collect the rebound. It's so much better when Rendell has the ball in his hands. Tries to attack it. Little stop and pop. Count it.
Gorgeous shot, absolutely gorgeous. Created space so well for himself. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, got to his spot, and knocked it down.
Oh, the crowd feeling it, getting into it now, trying to lift this Lithuanian team. Kuzminskas outside, goes bounce pass down low, and you know they're in a bit of a, they know they're worried or they're a little concerned because Maciulis is where they're going to go. They like the matchup with Maciulis. He's getting a lot of touches.
Never mind us, we got so few fouls in this quarter. It's flowing very nicely, and we see Lukashov is coming to the game for Randell. He was a big difference maker in the first half.
Kalnitis goes up off the glass, poor shot at the end.
So difficult against those big men of Ukraine. So much length.
Kabonov goes up. He's fouled on the way to the hoop. He'll go to the line. Javčikas picks up the personal.
And Ukraine, when they're able to get stops and get out in transition, they create a lot of problems for Ukraine. Particularly for Lithuania.
Kostivanov there in transition. Good option. Attack the basket strong. It doesn't feel like the Ukraine are down 7. It feels like they're right in this. And in some ways, the tempo is more their tempo at the moment.
Exactly, it's more their tempo at the moment, but what Lithuania does is they just wear you down. They get to the free throw line, they get offensive rebounds, they get second chance points. When you think you're coming back into the game, they get a turnover and they get a fast break. They're always able to keep you at an arm's distance. And Ukraine, their big challenge is going to be able to bridge that gap and get within 2-3 points going into the fourth quarter.
It's just getting over that hump. They've got to get over the hump. And Gavicius in the game, moves it on. Kuzminskas gets it back. Gavicius way outside the three-point line. Already 8 seconds on the shot clock. Offensive foul called away from the ball. Robertas Javčikas is called for the offensive foul. Chance to cut this to 4 or even 3.
Needless to say, this is a huge possession here. You see the moving screen against Lithuania.
Big possession down the floor now for the Ukrainians. They keep trying to work their way back in.
They want to get it into Pasenko down here, and they do, one-on-one.
Going to work off the glass, 2 and 1. He's feeling it, the bench is feeling it, and the gym is getting a real worried feel about it for the Lithuanian fans. Poroshenko, 14-point personal, 7 from 10. They just can't stop him.
And you see so much space inside. There's nobody digging, there's nobody helping. He takes 2 dribbles, backs down, and gets right to his spot. He's just far too skilled. You got to have somebody at least digging down at the ball if you're not going to double team, because otherwise he can get wherever he wants down low.
Poroshenko to make it a 3-point game, which he does. Eerie feeling in the gym. The very knowledgeable Lithuanian crowd know exactly the problem out here. 15 points personal for Poroshenko.
Valanciunas back in the game. If you're Lithuania, why not go right down to him in the post?
Lignis gets his feet set for 3. Way off this time. And Valanciunas does what he does. Just stays active on the glass. Box out. Keep him off the glass if you're a Ukraine fan. You'd just be hating those rebound numbers.
14 offensive rebounds. Are you kidding me?
Kostivanov goes down low. Poroshenko going to work on Valanciunas and just flushes it on him.
Wow. I'll tell you what, after this game, there's going to be some NBA teams wondering how come he's not still in the league.
Wow, that's 17 points personal, 8 from 11. He just took Jonas Valanciunas down low and just flushed it on.
Took him to school.
Yeah.
Absolutely took him to school. He's been unguardable down low.
Well, Lithuania go with a quicker back court. They flirted with this combination a little bit in the first half. And then they've got Legavicius and Kalnidas in the back court together. Trying to get a little bit some more tempo. Yankunas tries to manufacture a shot and gets bailed out a little bit with a whistle.
He said it, got completely bailed out. He had nowhere to go. Flipped it up. Ukraine got to be a little more disciplined than that.
And that's Prashenko's third foul. If that foul count gets any bigger, I think the destiny of the game just goes with it. Because Prashenko at the moment is just guaranteed points for the Ukraine. 4-point game. Yankunas on the 3-point line. 13 personal himself on 6 from 7. And he completes the second free throw.
He's played great today. 5 rebounds, 14 points in only 21 minutes.
Lukashov gets it back, and he's had a great game. Now he finds Prashenko down low. And Jonas Valanciunas has one option, and that's to foul him.
He's so quick with the ball. You look at his frame and you think he's not going to have the foot speed that he does. As soon as he gets it, he knows exactly what he's doing. He fakes left. He can shoot it with his left hand. He can shoot it with his right. It's been a nightmare for Valanciunas and anybody else trying to guard him tonight.
14-second reset. 25 seconds on the game clock in this third quarter. Ukraine could go in here less than, could go in 3 or 2 down. Prashenko moves it. Wide open, wide open. Offensive rebound by Yaitsev. They get the ball back.
And they could just about play for the last shot here. 3.3 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Sabunas is going to check in for Legavicius. And if Lukashov had made that, he would be having the hugest impact off the bench.
Well, that was a big shot. As soon as he let it fly, you thought, man, if he makes this a 2-point game near the end of the third quarter.
Prashenko is the release. Not guarded at all on the perimeter. Zizov moves it on. Prashenko exactly where the ball needs to be. He's going to try and he kicks it. Zaitsev pulls up, knocks away, ball's loose. And that'll, well, it's only just a second to go, and they don't break the full court shot. But this gym has got a feel of concern as the Ukraine came back strong in the second part of that third quarter. Lithuania lead it 50-45. And if there's a team with momentum, it's the team in blue. Questions being asked of Lithuania.
Questions being asked. But they're still playing so strong down low, 14 offensive rebounds.
But the only good thing about the number of 14 is they had 12 at the end of the half. You know, so they've done a little better in terms of trying to keep them off the glass. But
well, it's amazing when you look at the stats because Lithuania is only shooting 33%. They've only made 3 3-pointers. They've gotten to the line 16 times. Okay, 14 offensive rebounds, but still they're winning by 5 points. Still a fairly comfortable advantage at this point. Even though it looks like Ukraine is playing very well, they're shooting 46%. You know, how does Ukraine bridge that gap in the end?
Well, they've definitely got to continue that work on the glass, as they did in that third quarter, doing a better job. And I'm still with you 100% that the Lukashov and Randall combination in the backcourt still looks their best option. And Randall's had some nice minutes on the bench. He should be fresh for this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll start this fourth quarter with Lukashov and Randall. Of course, Kosenko's been fantastic. But Ukraine only 1 for 9 from 3-point range, which again makes you wonder why Lithuania isn't doubling Kosenko inside and forcing them to kick it out.
Well, they finished the quarter with the same 5 that finished the quarter. In fact, both teams do that.
And the last quarter of the game begins. Are you ready?
Well, the last quarter.
I didn't hear
of the third game of the first day here in the Riga Arena. And we've got the Ukraine looking at an upset. They trail by only 5. Valanciunas gets a touch on the inside. Pashenko's got the 3 fouls. So Valanciunas should have thought would have gone at him. Steps out to set the screen. Sabonis wraps it. Valanciunas moves it on. Valanciunas for 3 is good. And he has been phenomenal offensively. 17 personal.
And you can't leave him open. If one dribble to the baseline, his man jumped to help for really no reason, left him wide open.
And the one thing you'd have thought that Ukraine didn't have to do is help on the inside.
Well, absolutely. He's playing Valanciunas very well, although he does have 3 fouls.
Pashenko gets it, goes baseline, kicks it. Shot can't make the 3.
And that's been Ukraine's problem. They've got to hit some of those. 1 for 10 today from 3-point range.
Well, it comes a point where you decide, 1 for 10 is just not good enough. Stop taking it. Here's Sabonis, goes inside. Valanciunas goes against Pashenko, who has a slap at him. And Valanciunas, having been dunked on, just throws it down hard in the middle. And Pashenko looked like he just, I can't play defense anymore. If you're gonna make it. Just reached for it, gave Valanciunas the dunk. Pashenko just about recovers, gets the drop.
And Ukraine needed that big time, down 10 points. Now that makes it an 8-point game. But if the ball's going into Valanciunas, Pashenko's gonna have some help. He's got 3 fouls. He doesn't want to play any defense. He doesn't want to pick up a 4th.
And he's gone for steals and reaches both times so far. Valanciunas is going to get into fouling. Count it!
Pashenko's saying it was a double dribble. We're going to have to look at this, but go ahead into a timeout. Here it is. Looks okay from that angle.
Taking the timeout. If they need Pashenko to go for the whole quarter on the inside, they've got to find a way of dealing with the matchup. Now they have size on the bench. They could rotate in various different ways and different options. I just don't think they can let him play one-on-one.
Well, you're right. They can't let Valanciunas play one-on-one. They can double team. They can bring in somebody else. I think Pashenko's going to have to sit right now. He's got 4. Again, it's a 10-point game, possibly an 11-point game right now. Ukraine's got to have to find some answers and find them quickly. I think it's time to bring in Randall, and they have done.
Well, Randall and Mashula, they started that way. They're in the game at the moment. Valanciunas completes the 3-point play, and we're at 11. 58-47. Mashula picks it up, needs an option, gets one. Oh, they get the quick 2. And Kornienko just went. Didn't even need anyone else. And the Lithuanian team let someone go straight down their middle. Valanciunas moves it on. Ball's knocked away. Still belongs to Lithuania.
I don't know if it was hit by Ukraine last. I don't know if we'll get a chance to see that again. But
Machulis is back. I don't think Coach Kaziauskas thought he would have to go back to his starters at this stage of the game. So Lithuania back with their starting lineup. Sabonis comes top. Turns down the screen, puts it on the floor, wraps the pass. Valanciunas has it knocked away.
And great help defense there by Ukraine. Pastanava with a fantastic help and reach to get the steal.
Valanciunas is going to pick up the personal as well, trying to reach on the loose ball foul.
And he's got 3. That's something to keep our eyes on.
Well, the twist is going to come in and protect him. And then the fouls. As a coach, you hate Valanciunas coming up with a foul there.
You do. It's a needless foul. It's 94 feet from the hoop. But it allows him to get a couple minutes of rest. Maybe at this point, it's not the worst thing.
9-point game. Randall has the ball. They just need to get over the hump. Get it back to 4. Give themselves a real opportunity. Gordienko inside, finds Yatsev. Puts it on the floor. Runs into just traffic. Great effort by Yankunas. He steps in and puts his body on the line for the Lithuanians. And Kalnidas has it.
Great pass.
Oh, Yankunas again.
He had a good vision to see that pass. Lithuania's found a little bit of a comfort level here in the 4th quarter. They're starting to find their rhythm.
They've got that margin you talked about earlier in the game. They get to that sort of 8-9 point margin and just manage the game.
Well, they wear you down. They get you in foul trouble. They get offensive rebounds. They get to the free throw line and they knock down their free throws. They get points in the paint. They do all these little things that add up. When you get to the 4th quarter, you look up and you say, how is Lithuania up by 9 points right now? Well, it's because they're doing all the little things.
Well, Yankunas is having a phenomenal game for his country. 18 points, 5 rebounds. His numbers, percentage-wise, are just impressive. Opens it out to an 11-point game, only 7 to go. Danger time for the Ukraine. They've really got to get it to a manageable number. Randall has it. And the pace of the game is dropping. Ukraine need to be a bit quicker. Wide open for 3 in the corner. Mashula buries it. Buries it for 3.
Big time, big time. And Ukraine as a team needed, that's only their 2nd 3 in this game.
Mashula's made both of those. Lithuania trying to just control the tempo. Yankunas moves it on. Kalnidas finds Sabonis off the down screen, not even looking to shoot early. Wraps it into Yabtikas, nowhere to go. And there's a 24 violation. There's a long, long time to go in the game for them to get so deep in the shot clock.
Oh yeah, there's tons of time to go. Lithuania, we thought they found their comfort level, but once you take Valanciunas out of the game, there's not a lot of answers for this Lithuanian team. He's the driving force offensively. And Ukraine now, they can attack Lithuania with Valanciunas on the bench.
Well, here's Randall. Just over 6 to go in the game. Just going to be Randall taking over. Jerome Randall off the screen, gets a little space, moves it on. Shooter looks inside, they skip it. Zaitsev, so Gordienko has it knocked away, but the ball belongs to the Ukraine.
Looked like Randall had a mismatch there against the Lithuania center, but didn't want to take advantage of it.
6 seconds on the possession. Shenko is back in the game. It's good news for the Ukraine. Oh, Randall on a little leaner off the glass for 2.
What a great touch. On the move, left-hand dribble, able to float it up and in off the glass.
Poroshenko's come back, so Valanciunas is going to join a 6-point game. The stop here would make life incredibly interesting. There's Mashula on the break, goes up, makes the layup, looking for the foul. There wasn't one to be had. 4-point game. Timeout Lithuania. Game time.
How quickly it changes. 11-point game just a moment ago. Watch this steal right here. And then Mashula with the presence of mind to cut across the defender and lay it in on the left-hand side.
Well, if there wasn't belief before, there's definitely belief now. This timeout and the possession coming out of it really could set the tone for the last 5 minutes of this game. Lithuania need to come and establish where they want the ball to go with the next possession. Valanciunas is back in the game. Surely he's going to get a touch.
Oh, surely he's going to have a touch. He's only got 3 fouls, so you don't need to keep him there too long. Do you bring Fasenko back in?
Yeah, Fasenko. Well, he came back in before, so that's a big call. But it's one of those, if you save him, you save him, and the game's gone by the time you risk it.
Exactly. So you got your 2 big guns down low.
I'm just going to be very interested to see how they play defensively with Fasenko. He can't play Valanciunas one-on-one. It's just going to be a matter of time before he picks his 5th foul up if they do it that way.
You're going to have to double, but who do you double off of? Yakunas, he's knocking everything down. Kalnietis hasn't shot well today, but he's still an excellent shooter. Julius can shoot, Sabonis can shoot. I mean, that's the problem if you want to double.
It's just picking your poison.
Do you play a zone? It looks like Ukraine's going to do a passive 2-2-1 zone press here to start, and then back into a man.
Well, they're showing they might come, and then they're not coming. So you're right, absolutely, just a soft version of the zone. Sabonis. They had Maciunas once, she'd have got it, could have gone. Sabonis has it, 4 in the shot clock. Has to take a tough one. Oh, what a play. Sabonis knocks it down when they really needed it.
And that's quality, pure quality. Nothing left to do. 1 dribble, shot.
Oh, they blow the layup. Fasenko couldn't get the touch on that one. We got a whistle mid-call. Randell is fouled back here at the halfway line. Good foul by him.
Good foul, but Fasenko's going to be thinking about that missed layup. Why not go straight to the rim and get yourself 2 foul shots at the very worst?
He wanted to go touch as opposed to dunk. He's dunked it on Valanciunas.
Yeah, exactly. You got to wonder how tired he is.
Oh, Randell's coming up with a steal. No, they got it back. Kalnietis moves it on. Valanciunas thought about the 3. There's the danger time here. There's the 5th foul.
Had to happen. Is it a 2-shot foul? No, it's going to go to the baseline, but Fasenko is done. What a great night he had. 19 points, 11 rebounds, and absolutely no help defensively against Valanciunas.
Oh, he sits down. He has had a great night, but the missed layup and then the quick foul. He won't think about the great night. He'll think about those things if they lose this game. But this game is far from done. 6-point lead for Lithuania. Their possession, 14 seconds on the possession, 4:49 in the game. Sabonis. Kalnietis goes down low. Valanciunas has it knocked away, gets it back and doesn't finish. Chance here to run. Randell has it. And he's fouled mid-court. Sabonis takes the foul for the team.
And the arena holds their breath when Randell is in the open court. He's just so dangerous. You don't really have an answer for him. Now, what do you do with Fasenko on the bench? Who do you look for in this situation? I think Randell has to take over, run some pick-and-roll situations for him.
Well, the other thing that Zaitsev's proved, he can knock down the perimeter shot. What they just lack is that big man on the inside that they've had with Fasenko. Korienko and Zaitsev got to do it as a team. Zaitsev decides to take the 3. Zaitsev with his feet set just nails the 3. 3-point game. Crowd again just gets silenced.
And he's a good shooter. You wonder why he was left that wide open in that situation.
Valanciunas moves it on. Sabonis is off. Chance here for Randell. Looks long. Oh, what a pass!
What a pass!
Oh, what a break by the Ukraine. 1-point game.
What a fantastic pass in stride in that situation. Are you kidding me?
Sabonis had the presence to catch it and finish it. Maciunas tries to do it and it forces a bad one. Pleads with the official.
Ukraine can take the lead here.
Randell behind the back. Wide open for 3. Zaitsev is off. Offensive rebound and putback.
Look at the Ukraine bench. They're going crazy. They're going absolutely nuts. Fantastic putback.
Korienko with the 2 goes to 8 personal. Hasn't missed a field goal. Kalnietis, who's Minskis moves it on. Kalninas gets the ball screen from Valanciunas. Kalninas off balance. Valanciunas bails out his team because Kalninas just hits the deck looking for the foul. Doesn't make the shot. And Valanciunas underlines the issue that the Ukraine have had the whole game and comes up with the offensive rebound.
But you've got a team with Kalninas as the point guard, one of the premier point guards in Europe. You've been going to you've been going inside all game long, right? So why not go inside in this situation, down one, feed your big man, let him go to work, let him create for everybody else. Curious point guard play going on for Lithuania.
Well, especially when the matchup, Valanciunas can just dominate down there. Valanciunas makes the first, ties it at 63. Well, it's only day one of Eurobasket 2015. There's excitement for 15 days. Valanciunas goes 2 from 2 from the line. The Lithuania go up 1, and Valanciunas sits down. And Jabskis will give him a spell for not long, I'm assuming. Surely Randell's going to get a touch of the ball here. Mustavanov gets it back. The crowd trying to do everything they can. The shooter attacks it off the dribble. Has to fire it up. Oh my word!
No way.
The shooter just ice vein-like just nails the 3. 2-point lead for the Ukraine. Now this goes up, misses the 2. They get it on the glass again. Sabutis. Wide open, Yankunas buries the 3. What a game Yankunas has had. What a game this guy has had. 22 personal, 3 from 4 from the 3-point line. Randell attacks it, off the glass.
What a move.
Oh!
This is the most unbelievable game we've seen. This is fantastic, back and forth.
Randell goes to 12 personal. 1-point game to Ukraine, day 1 of Eurobasket 2015. Turnover. And now the Ukraine need to get a good one.
Again, Kalninas, what are you doing? Run your offense. You got Yankunas with 22 personal.
Wide open. Kayenko is off. And we got a foul on the play, and we're going to walk the floor for free throws.
Oh, that's a big one. He's going to be thinking about that one tonight.
Kayenko is not their best 3-point shooter on the floor. Zaitsev, the shooter just made shots. Rendell's just scoring. He could not shoot it though. He's wide open.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's been their Achilles heel today.
Postabonov picks up foul number 3. We've got under 2 to go. And Machulis steps to the line, takes the long walk, takes 10,000 people with him and knocks down the first. Call as you like, goes 2 for 2 from the line.
Remember, they're a great free throw shooting team, 77% in the World Cup last year.
Randell has it. We're going 5 on 10,000 at the moment. Randell. Can't hear yourself thinking here. Randell shakes it. Has it knocked away, recovers it. And there's a foul called. Oh, Randell, we're going to walk the whole length of the floor again.
I like Randell taking over in that situation. You're the point guard, you're the best player on the court, but do it after some passes on the move, or use a ball screen in the high post. Just isolating, going one-on-one, the defense is set. These are great defenders on the Lithuanian side.
Everybody in the whole gym was playing defense on him at that point. They knew where he was going.
Exactly.
But Yabska is probably the worst free throw shooter on the Lithuanian squad. Misses the first. If they were going to foul anybody, that would have been the choice.
And next time, if you're Ukraine, run a little bit of offense before you get into your set. Make Lithuania work a little bit.
1:34 to go. Yabska to make this a 2-point game. He goes 0 for 2, and that'll be a Ukraine ball. Yankunas almost. Paulus Yankunas almost comes up with the offensive rebound. every possession, every pass. 1-point game.
And this is good. Mashula bring it up, let Randall run off the screen, and then give him the ball.
Randall gonna get the screen from Zaitsev, who rolls. Oh, great rotation. Machulis, take you out. That's great read by the vet. Saw the play, recovers from the weak side, comes up with a steal. Huge possession for Lithuania. You could almost say foul Yaptikus.
And you wonder why is Valanciunas still on the bench here?
Oh, pick and roll. Yankunas blows the layup. And let Ukraine have it. Chance to lead it. And Randall has it. Valanciunas trying to get back in the game. Randall. Hard shows, taking him out of what he wants. Konienko blows the layup. There's a 5-second differential between the game and shot clock. 10,000 fans on their feet here in the Riga Arena. Yavicius penetrates. Yankunas is off. In fact, it didn't hit the ring before the shot had already gone. The Ukraine will take time out. When we come back, it's 4.3 seconds for the Ukraine to win the game.
Oh, wow. What a fantastic game. And it's curious, you got Valanciunas on the bench. The last 3 minutes, why not bring him in? Why not run the offense through him?
Well, especially with Yaptikus, he's a great player, he's had a great career, but he's a very poor free throw shooter, as he showed with the 0 for 2. So,
listen, he is a good defensive player. You bring him in to play defense, but you've got to have the offensive component here. You got to be able to put Ukraine away. Ukraine had 3 opportunities to take the lead in the last few minutes.
Oh, and they've blown shots, the last one in particular. Konienko, yeah, a little tough, but it's a layup off the glass.
Well, let's talk about it. 4.3 seconds. What do? You got to get the ball to Randall. Maybe you run a high pick and roll. You spread the floor. You get your shooters out.
Or the other option is you just get Zaitsev the ball and say shoot it and win it for us.
You can also do that. He's capable of getting his shot off. Ball's going to be taken out on the side.
And Lithuania have a foul to give, so you know that if Randall gets it, someone's going to foul him.
Well, that's the danger, though. If you foul in the act of shooting, you lose the game.
But Lithuania will almost certainly foul here if someone catches it away from the hoop. They caught the foul with 1.4 on the clock. Now they've got to call that play to just get the catch and shoot. 1.4 is more than enough time. Ukraine do have a timeout, which they take.
But the question is, who do you get the ball to? They don't have a bona fide closer, as you would say.
Well, the interesting thing is they had Randall bring the ball in, which, again, is an interesting call.
It's an interesting call. He has difficulty seeing over the defense. Zaitsev, again, he's somebody who can get his shot off, get it over as a defender. You got Mishula, he's a good shooter as well.
25 free throws in Lithuania, it's a 3 from the Ukraine.
If your Lithuanian coach is saying, do not foul.
Yeah, that's it. You can't foul.
Don't give the referees a chance to call a foul. Hands up. Let them make a tough shot. Force them to win it. Don't win it for them.
Well, you've got to think that one of these plays, one of the first cuts is going to be a cut to the hoop to try and get someone to help, which might release someone coming back.
Right. I don't think you can let Randall take it out again, though.
No, he's definitely not. He's already under the basket. You can't see that on your screen at home. But Randall's going to be probably the back screener here. 1.4 seconds for the Ukraine to get the upset win. Day 1 here at 2015 Eurobasket. Randell, back screen. They need to go in. Throw it in. Kornienko goes up. And Lithuania get out of jail. 10,000 Lithuanian fans react to a win. But in the bars in Riga tonight, there will be a huge sigh of relief because they have just been taken to the brink by the Ukraine. What a game, what a way to finish day one. Lithuania get the 69-68 win, but the Ukraine are for real.
Oh, well, they played fantastic today. I gotta say, they're gonna feel like they probably should have won that game. They shot 50%. They only shot 3 free throws the entire game. Out-rebounded 39-33. They're gonna feel like they have a very good chance to advance in this tournament.
And when Lithuania sit down, as you see, Coach Kaziauskas walk off. They got away with one today.
Absolutely. Lithuania didn't play their best, though, and they'll tell you that. But that's a sign of a great team. You don't play very well, and you can still eke out a victory because you shoot 80% free throws, because you get 16 offensive rebounds. You do the things to win games. You only had 11 turnovers. And they're going to be a force like they are in every tournament.
Well, Yankunas was huge for them. Down the stretch, Machulis really took a lot of responsibility. But this crowd, what it's like to play in front of this sort of passion every time you step on the floor.
Incredible, incredible. And they're going to have a chance to win every game. Here in Latvia, playing behind this crowd, it's like playing against 6 players at times.
Oh, that rebound number is 16. They only gave up 4 offensive rebounds in the second half, so they addressed that. But both teams, considering the pressure, took reasonable care of the basketball.
Absolutely, they did. And Lithuania's going to have to improve their point guard play. Kalnietis, he did have 7 assists, but only 3 points. He can do better than that. But Yankunas, again, 22 points. He was really the savior in this game for Lithuania. You see him there with 22. Peschenko was phenomenal, 19 and 11 for Ukraine. And Randall as well. He played big, but he had two big turnovers late in the game.
And that's when you need, that's when you need those guys to not mistake. You've got to get the shots. When they get the shots, their percentages are going to be good enough. And these highlights are only really just going to give you a feel for what was just a phenomenal 40 minutes of basketball.
Yeah, it was. It was. A lot of great skill, a lot of big-time play in the fourth quarter, for sure. And when Lithuania got out in the break, they knew how to finish.
But people have talked about Lithuania as, potential medalists, as they always do. But in the backcourt, they've got to be a little bit more efficient than they were tonight, you think?
Yeah, they do. They have to play much better. They didn't get a lot off of pick-and-roll action, which is usually their bread and butter. They got it forcing it down low to Valanciunas, which is always a good option, especially if he's going to be played one-on-one. But they weren't very dynamic in the backcourt. They got a little bit from Slabudis, but not much else.
On the Ukraine, you think if they get the combinations right on the floor, they look very, very effective. And if Peschenko can stay out of foul trouble, there's not a team that's not going to worry about playing them.
Absolutely, but their Achilles heel is shooting the basketball. They don't have any knockdown shooters.
Which is really quite surprising for a country with their pedigree.
Exactly, but they've got big men who can dominate down low. Peschenko was fantastic. Zatsev was great, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Kornienko was good as well, 8 points, 5 rebounds. And good guard play. Mishula and Randall combined for 25 points and 8 assists. So they're a very balanced team. They've just got to be able to knock down shots. They were 1 for 10 going into the fourth quarter from 3-point range.
Yeah, that backcourt with Mishula and Randell, and Lukashov gives them really good quality minutes coming in. So those 3 guards, they're good there. But as you say, they just need maybe guys on the wing who can score.
Exactly. They're a dangerous team. They're going to cause some havoc. You would think they're going to have a good chance to advance if they play like that. But then Lithuania could lose to some of these other teams if they play the way they did today. It wasn't their best basketball by any stretch.
Wow, that ends day one. There's a few of these highlights still to run, but that was just a great game to finish. Lithuania with the 69-68 win. Well, if they're one of the favorites to win a medal, they get out of jail and they find a way to win when they're not playing great, which is what they've done tonight. That bodes well as this tournament progresses. The Ukraine, they're going to be here for a while too. They're going to go deep in this competition. So from me, Mark Clark, and from the Boyd on day one of Eurobasket 2015, it's bye for now. We'll see you tomorrow.
Nebeinam į mane, nes... Nu gerai, išeinam, atsiprašysiu, išeinam, aš atsiprašysiu.
Do you stay here?
I'm just, they seeing me.
Okay.
Daug. Kągi, Paulius Jankūnas buvo ką tik kartu su manimi, tačiau komandos susirinkimas prasidėjo ir dėja, bet mes Pauliaus negalime turėti šalia mūsų, tačiau kaip ten bebūtų, Paulius norėjo pasakyti, kad linkėjimai visiems ir atsiprašom už tokią sudėtingą ir nervingą čempionato pradžią. Kągi, šį vakarą tiek, kiek jūs matėte krepšinio, mes rytoj pradedame šiek tiek anksčiau rungtynėje su Latvija. Net nebejoju, kad čia bus ypatingai karšta ir tikėkime, kad Lietuvos rinktinė pasimokiusi šį vakarą rytoj padovanos mums daug geresnių emocijų negu šį vakarą. Viskas, tiek, gero vakaro.
Gal užsukti į kitą pusę biškį daugiau? Paleis.